Now this is a Dutching spreadsheet, and in this spreadsheet there are three different Dutching methods all in the same sheet. There's one method in the top, another method in the bottom, and once we put odds in both parts there's another method overall. So we'll have a look at what happens. We input the names of our runners or our football scores in column A, input our lay odds from Betfair in column B, and as we input those odds, our lay stakes are shown in column D and our profit or loss is shown in column E. So we'll input some odds and we'll see that in practice. Now you can see I've put odds of 5, 6 and 7 in, and we've got some stakes there, and those stakes can be made bigger or smaller by adjusting that there. I've got 30 in there at the moment. If I put it to 50 you'll see them increase, and if we alter it back down to 30 again you'll see the stakes go down. There we are. So if we place those stakes and those odds in Betfair, these lays, that would be our lay liability, and if we didn't hit the winner with any of these stakes, down at the bottom there is a total of our stakes, so we will pick that up if we didn't hit the winner. If we hit the winner, that would be our payout, 1471, whichever one won the race. This column here is just the individual percentages of those odds, and those are added together to show your total book percentage that you've laid there at G3. Okay, so that is a simple method of Dutching at the top. Now as you input more odds, those stakes will remain the same, so we've put a 10 in there or something. You see now that those stakes of 6, 5 and 429 stayed the same, but our liability has gone down, and that extra stake has been added on at the bottom there. So if now we'd hit the winner, it will cost us £11.71. If we don't hit the winner, all our lays will be successful and we will pick up a profit of £18.29. So now you can see I've put a couple of odds in at the bottom part of the sheet, and we've got larger stakes this time, and whatever we set up at D1 up there, that will be the total of our stakes in the bottom half of the sheet down there, if you're just using this bottom half of the sheet. So this is a stake limit at the bottom, but as we add more odds, our liability there against each runner will go down. So I'll just put some odds in for Shergar there. I'll put him in at 10s there, and you'll see that both of these stakes will alter as we input these odds, and that is so that it stays at that £30 stake there. So I'll just hit enter, and there we are. Those two have altered there, but our total stakes there have stayed at 30, the same as at D1 there, and our liability have gone down. I'll just undo that one there. You can see things change again. We've got 34.29 there, and it was 51.82. Now 16.36 and 13.64 will change as we add those odds again. There they are. They've gone down to 12 and 10, and we've got 6 in there now, but our total stake has stayed at 30. Okay, so that's what this bottom part of the sheet does. Now once we start adding odds in at the top, you'll see that the top then becomes a break-even sheet, and this carries on down here, but our total lay stakes will stay at whatever we set at D1. I'll just show you how that works. So we'll put some odds in at the top there of 10 and maybe 5 and 8 or something like that, all fictitious. And you can see now that the profit at the top here, we've added some lays, but the profit at the top there is 0. So whatever we put in at the top here, if we've got something in the bottom half of the sheet, will break even at those lays. Now laying up there reduces these lays down here, which in turn of course reduces our liability if we have hit the winner. So once we combine both parts of the sheet, the top part becomes a break-even sheet, and breaking even on those runs at the top can drastically reduce the liabilities on the ones at the bottom. Now our total stakes will stay at whatever we set at D1 at the top there, will be constant there at the bottom. Okay, so that is how the top part works, the bottom part works, and then the main thing that the sheet is aimed at is for both parts to work together. You can of course use these parts individually, but the sheet has been built specifically for this break-even feature at the top to reduce liabilities on your the main horses that you fancy to lose at the bottom. Okay.